Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and today I'll be doing the Spirit Halloween 2023 animatronic tier list. So yes, my opinions have changed drastically since the last time I did this, which was last year for the Halloween season of 2023. My opinions have really changed drastically since I last made a tier list for Spirit Halloween 2023. So I decided to do this today because I'm going on this streak of, making tier lists right now. So yeah, Spirit Halloween 2023 tier list. Let's get into it. So the first prop we have here is Eternal Rest. Automatically putting this one in trash because I guess it's a fine cemetery prop, but it's not at all one. I don't like it at all. The head is really faulty on this thing. You can literally go, like last year I went into this Spirit Halloween store in Spanaway, Washington, and the head was literally spinning. It wasn't even doing it right. It wasn't spinning around. It was just kept on spinning, which is actually pretty funny. But yeah, it's so faulty, so bad. And you'd think because it has such a simple animation, it'd be not fault. It wouldn't be faulty, but it is. It really is, and it's a horrible animatronic, and it's horrible, and it's really just a really bad prop. Definitely the worst they released in 2023. Here we have Slim, who has grown off me quite a bit, actually. I'm putting him in good. His animation is really lackluster. All he does is have mouth movement, and he just leans forward. So I don't know how that's going to really scare anyone. And his audio, of course, is from the movie, so his audio is good. But he's grown off me quite a bit since, the last time I did a tier list of all these animatronics. So yeah. He's fine, though. He still looks pretty cool in person because he's really big. But other than that, he's a good animatronic. But he's not the best. He still has grown off me quite a bit. He's definitely not as good as Shorty, in my opinion. This isn't even an animatronic, so I'm just not going to rank it. Here's Stilts, who is going to go into the great pile. There's lots of people who really don't like this guy, saying his face looks too kid-friendly and cartoony, but I'd have to agree, actually. I'd have to disagree. I think his face actually looks pretty creepy and menacing, to be honest. I do wish there was a bit more gore. There is blood on his bowling pins, but I wish there was blood on his face and definitely on his outfit. But other than that, I think he's a really unique clown animatronic, and I love how giant he is in person. He's huge, and his animation is really cool. He's pretty much like a towering clown reskin of Miss Mercy, which I think is cool because he does that neck snap or cracking, like twisting thing that Miss Mercy does. And he's a lot better than Miss Mercy, I'd have to say. But yeah, that's Stilts. He's a great clown animatronic. So yeah, pretty cool. And yeah, I had a lot of fun seeing him in person. Also, his audio is pretty good. All he does is laugh, and you can hear the twisting of his neck, which is really sick and creepy. Here we have Leatherface. This is one that has really grown off me. It really has, and I don't like it at all anymore. I really don't. I think it's just because they chose to do the Pretty Woman mask on him. The lipstick, I think, is really goofy. And I know it is from the movie, but still, it just looks bad. And the animation is the same animation as Mr. Punchy, so that's great. But, yeah, it's cool that this chainsaw moves, though. I actually wasn't really expecting his chainsaw to move when I first saw the video, or first, heard about him. But it's good it does, but still. He's not good. He's meh. He's grown off me a lot. Heckles. Now, if you don't know, I'm finally going to get to see Heckles in person this year. And no, it's not. It's not because they're having him as a part of the carnival theme, which I think they should. It's really stupid of Spirit to not bring him back for this year as a part of the carnival theme since he was recalled last year. But the reason why I'm seeing Heckles for the first time in person this year is because I'm buying him. Yep, that's right. I'm going to be getting him this year, finally, because he's really grown on me. he really has grown on me a lot since I first saw his video. And I can only imagine how much more he's going to grow on me when I get him in person and set him up. He's just, I can't really explain it. He's just such a creepy clown. I love the idea of like a sad, depressed clown. And he's like, his face is really realistic looking. His face looks like an actual human dressed up as a clown, which is really cool. He's not like a monster clown or anything. He's an actual human dressed up as a clown who is depressed and sad, and I really like that. His eyes are really realistic looking, and I'm really glad that they ended up fixing up his face. Otherwise, I wouldn't be getting him. But yeah, he's really cool. I love it. His animation's nice and simple. All he does is move his head from side to side, and he moves his mouth. But that's nice because it means he won't be breaking anytime soon after I get him. And I really like the unique addition with the balloon and the light up faces on the balloon, which is really cool. One of the faces on the balloon actually reminds me of Ghostface, which is really cool. But yeah, Heckles is really grown on me. And when I get him, I bet he'll be one of my favorite clowns of all time, to be honest. He's just really cool. And he's grown on me a lot since last year. So yeah, that's Heckles. Can't wait to get him and do a review of him. Here's Deathstalker, another one that's really grown on me. And I don't know if I'd say he's better than Heckles, though. I really don't. No, he is better than Heckles, I think, just because of how monstrous and unique of a creature he is. You can't even say what he is. He's just a monster straight out of your nightmares. Deathstalker is literally something you'd see about to eat you in one of your nightmares or something like that. Like, he's crazy, and he's huge in person. I've never seen him in person, but I know he's really big and giant. It's too bad he was an online only. It really pisses me off that he was an online only, but other than that, he was a great animatronic, and he's definitely one of my favorites of 2023. I love his, giant sharp teeth. I love his monstrous face and his body. He's built off the same body as Krampus. Same animation as Krampus, which is cool, just from side to side. But he has some really cool audio, which is him growling, which is just really, really cool. I love Deathstalker, and he's really grown on me since last year. Lots of these props have either grown on me a lot since last year or grown off me. But yeah, this is Deathstalker. Really cool. One of the best ones of last year. Menacing Molly, she returned last year, so I'll put her in great, because she is a really cool, creepy girl prop. Yeah, I think I'd say she's better. Well, no, maybe not better than Stilts. Stilts is still better in my opinion. But Menacing Molly, still really, really one of the best creepy girl props in my opinion. It's really cool how she's swinging, backwards. You can see her back, and then she pops down and shows you her crazy, menacing face. So yeah, that's Menacing Molly. Really cool that they had her return last year. Too bad she was an online only, though. But yeah, she's really cool. No comments. All I have to say, no comments on this prop. Here's the Gargoyle, which I won't be ranking since it's not really an animatronic. Then again, this isn't really an animatronic, so I'll just put it in meh, because it's a nice, I guess it's a nice, thing to have on your front porch, especially with fog, but it's just not my cup of tea. Here we have the Black Heart. Yeah, definitely going into best/favorites. I don't know that I'd put it in front of Heckles. Yeah, well, I think I'll just leave it here for now at the bottom of best/favorites, because maybe at the end I'll have to do some rearranging. I don't know, but that's the Black Heart. Still a really cool Reaper animatronic. Another one that's pretty close to a life-size Jack the Reaper animatronic, which is cool. I love his face. Crazy Create did a great job on the Black Heart's face. Really creepy and dark. And I love the really cool thing about it is he's looking down with his arm covering his chest, and then he reveals a dead zombified lady that he's holding, which I think is really cool and really gory, and it's one of the creepiest and goriest and just best props that we've gotten in the modern era of Spirit Halloween. So yeah, Black Heart, the Black Heart, really cool. Then again, though, I don't know if I like him more than Heckles, especially since I'm about to get Heckles and I haven't even seen Heckles in person yet. But yeah, that's the Black Heart. Really cool. Dagger Mike this is one that really has grown off me a lot. He's really, you know, I'm tempted to put him in trash, to be honest. Yeah, I think I will have to. But he's better than these two, obviously. His jump scare is fine, and it is pretty fast, but he's just a goofy clown. His face is so goofy, and he really is just goofy. His face is like a kid smiling in such a weird and cheesy way. And I don't know about you, but his smile kind of reminds me of Betty Sharp's smile. So he could be like her brother, but no, he's not. But he's still really goofy and cheesy. His laughter is really goofy and not even scary at all, in my opinion. So yeah, Dagger Mike has really grown off me since last year. I don't like him at all anymore. Lil Jack Carver, I can say the absolute opposite about him. He has really grown on me a lot. And I never got to see him in person, but he's just grown on me from watching videos of him. I think his jump scare is really cool, how he pulls the jack-o'-lantern up away from his face and reveals his creepy, zombified, bloody face. And it's really cool to see that Spirit Halloween actually added a bit of gore to that, to Lil Jack Carver's face. Makes him more creepy and gore and really cool. So yeah, that's Lil Jack Carver. Too bad he was only a filler prop, so I never got to see him in person. But yeah, he's really cool. And he's grown on me a lot since last year. Here we have the Crypt Keeper, and I'm going to get a lot of backlash for this, but I really don't like the Crypt Keeper or Keeper at all. I really don't, actually. He's just so goofy, in my opinion. His voices are so goofy, and his phrase is, it's just horrible. And the only thing he does is move his head. And if you look on the Spirit Halloween website, I'm pretty sure he's $400, which is literally the most ridiculous thing ever. I can't believe Spirit Halloween is charging $400 for the Crypt Keeper, yet they're charging $300 for a prop like Little Daisy and the Maestro, which I just ordered, which is way, way better and way more unique than the Crypt Keeper. I know I've never really seen Tales of the Crypt, but still, this prop sucks, and it's way too overrated. Oh my god. I feel bad for whoever bought it, because it's a waste of fucking money. Here we have Poor George, which I own. I own Poor George. He's my first ever Spirit Halloween life-size animatronic. And yeah, he's a really good clown. I wouldn't put him in my best/favorites pile, but he is really cool. He is really creepy and gory. I love his gore. The gore on his mouth. That's pretty much the main reason why I got this guy, is because he's actually really gory compared to most clowns we get nowadays. And he is really unique because he is legless. He doesn't have any legs. He's just flipping around, showing his bloody torso, his gory torso. And he's just really cool. I love his outfit and I love his hair. And yeah, I love how he has two faces. He has one that's like looks all mad and evil and just really mad and more gory. And then there's one that's like a evil smile face that still has a little bit of blood on it, but not nearly as much blood as the angry face. So yeah, Poor George, great clown, and I really am glad that I was able to get him last year. Yeah, really unique. Crazy Crate did a great job on him. Here's the return of Creepy Rising Doll. I mean, she's not as good as the original one. I'll put her in, but she's still really good, so I'll put her right ahead of Lil Jack Carver. She's still really cool, though. And she would have fit in perfectly, I think, with the cemetery theme last year, but of course they made her an online only. But yeah, I do really like Creepy Rising Doll. Either version is pretty good. I just like the original one better. This one looks more plasticky, in my opinion. But yeah, still, Creepy Rising Doll, pretty cool and pretty unique animatronic, and it's cool they had her return last year. Yeah, really cool. Here we have Grave Watcher. Another one going into trash. Better than Ghost Swing, better than that, but I wouldn't say it's better than Crypt Keeper or Dagger Mike, of course. Yeah, Grave Watcher is really boring and not scary at all, in my opinion. It's literally just a whispering small toddler covered in a cloth holding two candles. That's pretty much what it is. And it's just it's not creepy at all. It's freaking horrendous. It's horrible. I'd honestly rather have Johnny Punk, I think, than this one. Here's the new scary sitting scarecrow, which I think it's cool. They updated his face, so I'll put it in good because it's a nice budget prop. Obviously, every scary sitting prop is a nice budget prop. But yeah, still not my cup of tea. I would never buy it. Here's Gordo, and this is one that has also kind of grown off me, but I'll put it in meh because it's definitely more unique than the ones in trash. I'd say I like it more than Leatherface, to be honest. It's really just, it's pretty unique, but it's like, I'm usually not the biggest fan of the simple, like small animatronics that Spirit Halloween releases. So yeah, Gordo is decent, is not the greatest, but definitely not horrible. But yeah, I think his jump scare is kind of not that fast. But other than that, he's meh. He's okay. I think he's definitely a little overpriced, that's for sure. Here's the Cauldroness. And my opinion has changed on her a bit. I actually hated her last year. I thought she was my least favorite of the year from last year, but she's grown on me quite a bit just because of her animation. I still don't like her though, really. I'll put her in meh. She's better than the Gargoyle. And yeah, I'd say she's better than Leatherface and better than Gordo. So top of meh. She has grown on me quite a bit since last year, but I still don't really like her because her face is goofy. Like the Pixelated Pumpkins said, her face literally looks like a moldy slice of cheese pizza. So yeah, really derpy and goofy looking face she has. But her animation's really cool. It's like she's pouring, potions into her pot, and the fog effect is really cool as well. But other than that, she's just another goofy witch prop that I don't really like. And her phrases are pretty goofy as well. But she's definitely grown on me a bit since last year, that's for sure. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I think she will be an in-store prop for this year. So I might actually get to see her in person. I forget, though. Emmeline. Wow. Yeah, another one going into my best/favorites. And I wouldn't say I like it more than the Black Heart, just because of what the Black Heart is. It's so gory and creepy. I still like Emmeline, though, a lot. I really do. I think it's like a kind of like take two at the Mr. Dark thing. It's like, except Mr. Dark jumps straight up into the air. This one jumps, like, lunges, like, really far forward, which I think is really cool, and I think that's why they never ended up having her as a part of the display last year, because it could potentially probably hurt someone. But yeah, Emmeline is still really cool ghostly animatronic, and yeah, definitely one of my favorites of last year. Here we have Desmodus, and he's going to go in good, but the bottom of good, because this thing is another animatronic that really broke like hell. Broke really often, very faulty, very disappointing. But if we're talking about the prop and the character itself, it's not bad. The jump scare is pretty fine. I like his wings. His face is pretty creepy. He's a nice bat creature, but he's not like the best. He's not one of my favorites, so yeah. But that's Desmodus. Nothing much to say about him. Here's, I think Thresher is his name or something like that. And he's like this giant archway prop that you can walk right through. He's a static prop, but he's kind of cool looking in my opinion. I'll put him like in good, because I think he does look pretty cool, and it's cool that you can walk through him. But he's a static prop. I'm not the biggest fan of static props usually, and he's not really that scary. I mean, I think he looks cool, but I don't think he's that scary. So that's Thresher going into the good tier. Here we have Darling Dolly. Now, I think she's got to be still my favorite of 2023. I just love the fact that they released her. She's like a monstrous doll creature. She's not even like a possessed doll. She's a creature, like a swamp creature with a doll head, which is really cool. And the doll head is really creepy. It's all cracked up and the eyes light up. Really creepy. Love the hair. Love the outfit. Love the giant swamp monster arms on her. She's just really cool. She'll probably always be my favorite from 2023. Darling Dolly is truly phenomenal. Here we have the Martian Warrior. This is one that has really grown off me quite a bit, but I still think he's okay. I'll put him at the bottom of good. Or actually, no, he's better than Desmodus in my opinion. I'll put him right there. He has grown off me, though, a lot because all he does is move his head from side to side, and the price is freaking way too expensive for him. I think he's another one of those props that's $400. Either $400 or like $350, something like that. I forget. But yeah, he's way too overpriced for just an alien that moves his head from side to side. But yeah, other than that, he's a pretty cool replica of the Martian Warrior from the movie Mars Attacks. But yeah, he has grown off me quite a bit. Here we have Howling Spirit, another one that's kind of grown off me. I'm going to put this one at the top of good, though, because this is like the better W Wraith in my opinion. Howling Spirit, it's the way better W Wraith. At least it's got like a nice ghost face, and it has some nice sounds like the typical ghost sounds. So I think and it's really tall too. It's like really tall and creepy in person. So it's not one of my favorites of 2023, but it definitely is like the better W Wraith. And it is a pretty cool like sheet ghost animatronic, I will say. But I'd say it's a bit too expensive. Here we have the Return of Demonica. Yeah, Demonica is definitely going to go probably at the top of great. Yeah, I really do like Demonica. And I was considering getting her. This was another animatronic I was considering getting because the price is actually pretty cheap on her. She's only $149.99. In fact, yeah, who knows? I might end up actually getting her for Christmas. You never know, because I'm kind of tempted, to be honest. But yeah, Demonica, really cool animatronic. So cool that they brought her back. I just wish that, they had her a part of the cemetery theme because she would fit in so well with the cemetery theme last year. But yeah, Demonica, really cool zombie lady, like old lady prop. Pretty cool. And then last but definitely one of the least, we have the Collector's Minion. This is like Young Crouchy, but honestly worse than Young Crouchy in my opinion. Like, actually, it's like worse than Young Crouchy. I don't like the design on this guy at all, and the phrases are bad. I'm done. I don't even want to talk about the Collector's Minion. I'm done. Okay, so yeah, there you had it. That was my updated, I guess you could say, Spirit Halloween 2023 animatronic tier list. As you can see, my mind has changed. My opinions have changed drastically since last year about, the Spirit Halloween 2023 animatronics. But yeah, if you did enjoy this video of me doing the Spirit Halloween 2023 animatronic tier list, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.